Hello, I'm Chrisitan Smith. I'm here in Edinburgh tonight in Scotland at the W Hotel before my gig. I'm playing for Musika at Liquid Rooms. John and I made this track a few months ago, and to be honest, we didn't quite know what to do with it. So I just played it out a few times, and I got incredible reactions. So I sent it out to a few labels, and in the end, we opted to release this on Renaissance because I like the label. I like what they're about. I always respected what they did. They have a really good compilation market, and yeah, I actually always respected them. Same goes for Global Underground. But a few years, let's say 4 or 5 years ago, back then techno was a little bit more abrasive, a little bit more pumping, and it wouldn't have fitted musically. Also, I want to step away a little bit from the techno reputation that I have and show people that I'm more than just a techno producer, that I can also hang with the house or progressive people just as well, and that I'm not a purist. This year was the year that I kind of, quote unquote, reinvented myself, and I wanted to show the people I'm not Chrisitan Smith, the techno DJ. I do many broader things, and I go through a wider spectrum, and I can still play to underground sweaty techno clubs, but I can also play at Ministry of Sound and have a really good time. And not do what I do without being cheesy. People like to classify, and people like to genreify things, and it's difficult to break out of a certain mold once you've been categorized, or he or she is this and nothing else. So this is why I made the conscious effort this year to release on other high-profile labels outside the techno arena. I've never been a purist, and I've always loved house. I come from house, and I've obviously become more known as a techno person, but I've always been between house and techno, and I play anything between house and techno, whether that's minimal, tech house, even progressive, and yeah, that's the way I like it. I don't like to be classified. I do what I do, and I like to play long sets. So, for example, if I get to play 4 or 5 hours, I can really go up and down and do different things. For me, there's nothing worse than just listening to a DJ play one style of music for 4 or 5 hours. It bores me. But now, everything. It's a giant gray area. There's John Digweed playing the same tracks as, you know, Richie Houghton, and I recently even played with Pete Tong at Ministry of Sound, and 80% of his set was same stuff that I would play. Like techie, minimal techno, just really cool, credible stuff. So things that have really changed, and I think it's great for the industry overall that that the wide area of DJs are playing the same, similar music. Yeah, I think it's great because it brings underground, it gives underground music more attention. Further north you go in England, the better the crowd gets. I have no idea why, but like London is good, but the further north, the more crazy the crowd. And I love the passion the kids have here in Scotland, and the energy. They're not afraid to raise their hands and scream, and I love that. I like to interact with the crowd, and it's at the end of the day it's just a party. I play what I love, but at the same time I also play music that I think the crowd will like. And, sure, it's important to educate. I try to educate as well. But I'm not one of those DJs that has a giant ego that I just do what I do. Whether they like it or not, I don't care. No, I care. It's just like people go out 2 days a week. They work hard all week. They want to have a good time. So I try to provide that.